You know, if you go back to the earliest days of radio, I mean, jingles were something that came from stores. Stores used jingles as a way to make their station memorable. And that's why radio broadcasters started using jingles. And we still do it today. It's all about getting reported listening for the ratings. And anything that helps you as a listener remember my radio station, that's what I want.
A radio station is like a picture without a frame. And we all know when we stick a beautiful frame on a picture, all of a sudden you see colors that you've never seen before. That's what jingles do to a radio station.
Our approach is to create real music and influence and drive the listener with that music, make him happy, make him feel part of the station.
You don't want listeners to look at the radio and go, what? But you want the jingles to mesh or blend with the music. I think the fact that Benztown's using real musicians, people who've had pop records on the radio as part of their team, the fact that production and the writers are working closely with the radio station to create an overall illusion and feeling is important.
Our approach is always to look at the client's need first and make sure that our jingles are not sounding like the typical jingle package you would find on any of the radio stations in the country.
You got to think what works with other parts and make sure you're not clashing with stuff. Incomplete ideas, and it's not to make things sound generic, but not to make it so distinctive that it doesn't work for a jingle.
I'm used to being obviously behind the mic and in sessions for a long time, just running takes over and over again until you get the best one. But this was just really interesting to just hone in on that streamlined kind of sound.
Working with Chachi and Andy and Ollie and all of the various team members at Benztown's been a really enjoyable experience. They've involved us every step of the way, starting with talking to our program directors to find out what programs they have, what talent they have, what's important to them, a little bit about their communities so that the jingles can be adjusted for those markets, and the logos that they bring to the table fit what the stations may have been using in the past, and that keeps the stations familiar, and yet I think makes it more exciting than any jingle package I've ever heard.